and welcome to the Traveling Introvert. Today we are going to talk about follow-up. And the reason this has come up is because I did a post on LinkedIn, which is very popular, but also 2 or 3 things have happened recently that make me think that people just might not be aware of the implications of follow-up. So one thing I learned really early on when I was a freelancer was the fact that I needed to follow up. I got this contract which involved me doing a lot of HR work. We were working on this big project that involved sort of telling people the different types of interviews that could be had, different interview biases and how to get through them. And so there was this huge checklist of things to do. And there were multiple people working on the project. There wasn't project management software used, but that's another matter. So I didn't really get updates, or there wasn't a lot of communication from the client that I was working with. So at that time, what I did was I just did what we talked about and then I stopped. And I didn't say anything. I was waiting to be told what to do next. And the thing was, this was because I still had an employee mentality where you get told what to do all the time. But as a freelancer, I should have been more proactive. I then met this client in person because I happened to be in Australia, and we met and we talked and all was good. And I went back and I did some more work and then stopped the game. And then out of the blue, as far as I was concerned, they stopped my contract and closed it off, said it was good working with me and thanks a bunch. But my lack of communication was a real problem. And this was a shock to me because I was new at freelancing and didn't realize that and I'd had some freelance clients who were micromanagers. So I learned from then on to over-communicate and over-follow up. Now, on the flip side, now that I hire people, what I've had with 3 different companies recently is a distinct lack of follow-up. I've definitely had someone go, well, I didn't hear back from you from your email, and it's been 2 weeks, and so I didn't know what you wanted to do, so I didn't message you. To my response was, well, if you didn't hear back from me and you wanted to know what was going on, you should have messaged me. And the other thing was, whereas I've had another one who was very much, she did some work Monday, Tuesday, didn't hear from me until Monday. The next Monday, she was like, hey, just wanted to let you know, see if you had anything for me. You know, I could do this, I could do that. Let me know how I can help. And she was very proactive. And so I gave her more work because she asked for it. Follow up. And that's just sort of one kind of type of follow up. There are many different types of follow up that I could talk about. But as a freelancer, from a freelancer's point of view, if you do not follow up with your clients and even your ex-clients, you are leaving money on the table and you are leaving it open for someone else to come in and do your work. And maybe better, cheaper, faster, or the same, but with just better communication. And I had another vendor that I was trying out, actually. And so this was the test phase. And they did one task for me. And that was 2 weeks ago. And I haven't heard from them. Nothing. Not a peep. And so from my point of view, I'm like, well, maybe you don't want me to pay you. Maybe I did something wrong. I don't know. And so I always ask, I'm like, oh, no, we didn't hear from you, so we didn't know what to do. And it's like, well, you want me to pay you, right? You want me to give you money for services, but you are not asking for the money. It's the problem. And another vendor didn't have a backup plan, but that I think will be for another episode. So yes, please follow up. You might think you're being annoying. You might think they've got a lot of emails, but you'll be surprised how many emails sort of slip through the cracks, or they'll open it, want to respond, something happens and it just like drops down the list of their emails and they never see it. And so sending a reminder is helpful until they tell you to stop sending reminders. If they don't do that, keep sending reminders. Say, hi, I just wanted to check in on this. Hi, I just wanted to check in on that. Oh, hey, I saw this article and thought of you. Just because they are already a client doesn't mean you need to stop courting them. You need to continue courting your clients even when you have them already, because you don't know what's going on. You don't know if they're looking at other things. You don't know if there's a bright, shiny object that they're also looking at that could take your place. You need to continue courting your clients even when you have them. All right, that was my rant for today. Thank you. This is the Traveling Introvert, and I'll see you next time.